let's talk about your biggest accomplishment, being a part of Chiefs Kingdom.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize
you.
to me. I'm honorary member.
What if I told you Caitlin Clark isn't just a Kansas City Chiefs supporter, but their ultimate superfan? What's even more incredible is that the Chiefs feel the same way about her. This isn't a casual shout-out, this is a connection that's making waves in the sports world. But what makes this bond between Clark and one of the NFL's top teams so special? In this video, we'll explore the story behind Caitlin Clark's
You've touched on this a bit, but how much of a family deal was this for you growing up, where it's Sunday, everyone gets around the TV and watches the Chiefs game?
deep connection to the Chiefs, a bond that goes far beyond typical fandom. It starts in her Iowa roots, where a young, sports-obsessed Clark first discovered her love for the game, and has since blossomed into something truly extraordinary. We'll highlight key moments that cemented her loyalty to the team and show how she evolved from a passionate fan to someone admired by Chiefs players and fans alike. And here's where it gets even more fascinating: the unexpected similarities between Clark and Kansas City's own Patrick Mahomes. What do these two athletes have in common? And why is Clark being called the Patrick Mahomes of women's basketball? Stick around to discover how her love for the Chiefs.
That's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. There wasn't obviously college sports, but, we would be watching the Chiefs, and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
Chiefs is more than just fandom, it's a core part of her journey, shaping her legacy in the sports world. Caitlin Clark's devotion to the Kansas City Chiefs isn't some bandwagon fandom sparked by Super Bowl victories or viral highlights. It's a bond that runs deep, rooted in her Iowa upbringing.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
Just 3 hours from Kansas City. For Clark, Sundays weren't just about football, they were a cherished family tradition. The roar of Chiefs Kingdom wasn't just something she heard on TV, it was felt in the Clark household. A childhood photo of Caitlin wearing a cherished Chiefs jersey, her eyes filled with the same determination that would later define her basketball career, perfectly captures the essence of her lifelong loyalty. So what drew young Caitlin to the Chiefs wasn't just the touchdowns or last-minute wins, it was the team's grit, resilience, and ability to overcome the odds, qualities that mirrored her own journey as an athlete, which began on the soccer field. Clark often reminisces about those Sunday game days filled with cheers, laughter, and a shared love of the game.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like
I love it.
We were ride or dies. So we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
For her, watching the Chiefs wasn't just about football, it was formative, shaping both her fandom and her competitive spirit. As Clark rose through the ranks of basketball, from high school phenom to record-breaking star at the University of Iowa, her love for the Chiefs never faltered. Even while leading her team to historic victories, she always made time to celebrate her favorite NFL squad. Her social media became a showcase of game day reactions, highlights, and heartfelt support for the Chiefs. Her fandom wasn't just heard, it was seen. Clark's connection
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching.
to the Chiefs goes beyond tweets and posts. She stood among the sea of red and gold at Arrowhead Stadium, cheering with die-hard fans, feeling every high and low of each game. In those moments, she's not the basketball star, she's Caitlin, the lifelong Chiefs fan, completely immersed in the energy of the kingdom. What makes this story even more remarkable is how the Chiefs and their players have embraced her in return. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Brittany Mahomes, and the entire Chiefs kingdom have made it.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheat.
Arrowhead's not too bad, so good spot.
It's clear Caitlin Clark isn't just a fan, she's part of their family. So how did this mutual admiration unfold? And what does it reveal about the unifying power of sports? While Caitlin Clark's unwavering support for the Kansas City Chiefs is no secret, the most intriguing aspect of this story is how the admiration flows both ways. It's rare for a WNBA star to receive
Clark may be from Iowa and play in Indiana, Colts country, but she's also a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. She says she's been a fan of the team most of her life.
Public recognition from NFL giants, but Caitlin Clark is no ordinary fan. She's a trailblazer who has earned the respect of Chiefs Kingdom and beyond. One unforgettable moment came during the 2024 NCAA tournament. As Clark dominated the court, the Chiefs' official social media accounts posted a heartfelt message. "You cheered for us, now it's our turn. All of Chiefs Kingdom is rooting for you tonight, Caitlin Clark." It was a simple yet powerful gesture, reinforcing that Clark wasn't just a supporter, she was
Who's your favorite player, or is?
Oh, is? I mean, obviously Travis is up there.
I made it.
But I'm obviously a big Patrick fan too.
How can you not be?
Like the both of you, you're pretty great.
I'm here.
But it's been fun, and obviously
embraced as one of their own. Recognition was echoed by Patrick Mahomes, who praised Clark's competitive fire and skill, saying, "She's a competitor through and through. You can see it in the way she plays the game." High praise from the quarterback who's redefined the NFL. It's not every day that someone of Mahomes' stature highlights a WNBA rookie, but in Clark, he saw a kindred spirit, someone with a
I'm a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. I think he's incredible. Obviously a great person, but a great football player too.
Relentless drive to push boundaries and elevate the game. Brittany Mahomes further solidified the bond, publicly supporting Clark during tough moments in the WNBA. When Clark faced criticism, Brittany didn't hesitate to step up, offering words of encouragement. These weren't just words, they were a testament to the connection between two women who understand the unique challenges and triumphs of carving a path in sports. Chiefs' embrace of Clark is more than fandom. It's about mutual respect, shared values, and the unifying power of sport. This mutual admiration has done more than strengthen Caitlin Clark's fandom, it's expanded her appeal far beyond basketball. Chiefs fans, known for their unmatched loyalty, found it easy to rally behind someone who not only cheered for their team but embodied the same resilience and relentless drive that their star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, brings to the field. A crossover that's united NFL and WNBA fans, proving how shared passion can connect people across sports. What makes this story even more compelling are the undeniable parallels between Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes, two young phenoms rewriting the rules of their respect.
Just a tremendous player, tremendous person. From every time I've met with her and talked, you can tell she loves the game. She loves playing at Iowa, and it's gonna be one of the best women's basketball, one of the best college basketball players to ever play, and then go to the WNBA and dominate there as well. Hopefully I never have to play her one-on-one because she'll for sure be getting buckets on me.
Brittany Mahomes. At first glance, they seem to come from completely different worlds, but take a closer look, and the similarities are striking. Both athletes burst onto the scene with unprecedented talent, captivating fans and fundamentally changing what's possible.
Caitlin Clark, keep doing your thing. You're a baller, and it's incredible to see what you're doing for the game and women's sports.
In their sports. So what is it about Clark and Mahomes that makes their journeys feel so intertwined? It starts with their creativity and style. Mahomes is celebrated for his ability to make the impossible look routine, no-look passes, off-balance throws, and jaw-dropping scrambles.
What do we think about 2024 Chiefs, Caitlin? What do we think about where the team's at?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I mean, we're what, 13 and 1 right now.
Pretty good.
Oh, did someone say 13 and 1?
That's not too bad. But also, like, you guys have made it interesting as a fan. Like,
there you go. We're just keeping everybody at the edge of their seat.
That changed the course of games in an instant. His innovation has become a hallmark of modern football. Caitlin Clark, like Mahomes, brings that same magic to the basketball court. Whether she's sinking effortless three-pointers from beyond the arc or threading pinpoint passes through tight spaces, Clark's game is a spectacle. Her ability to create unforgettable moments mirrors Mahomes' flair for the extraordinary, proving that innovation is not just a skill, it's their signature. And then there's the pressure.
I think it's kind of similar to how I play is, offensive firepower. It's exciting. It's not, usually what you see on the football field is just so many different exciting plays. And that's kind of how I play basketball too. So I think that's why I'm kind of drawn to it in a way.
Mahomes thrives in those high-stakes moments that would break most players, leading game-winning drives and pulling off miraculous feats with cinematic drama. Clark shares that same icy composure, whether it's her clutch performances at Iowa or buzzer-beater shots that leave fans gasping. Like Mahomes, Clark seems to embrace pressure as a stage for greatness, solidifying her place as a player fans can rely on when it matters most. Remember that unforgettable shot? Then there's their leadership. It's a quality that transcends raw talent and elevates everyone around them. Patrick Mahomes isn't just the Chiefs' quarterback, he's their foundation. He leads by example, motivating his teammates, taking ownership in crucial moments, and maintaining a calm presence that inspires.
They're one of the best duos. I think it's kind of similar to how we run offense at Iowa. Good point guard, good post player, good quarterback, great tight end.
There's confidence. His leadership is magnetic, pushing everyone to rise to his level. Caitlin Clark plays a similarly pivotal role with the Indiana Fever. Even as a rookie, her court presence exudes a maturity that uplifts her entire team. Whether delivering a perfectly timed assist that turns into a highlight or offering a quick word of encouragement.
I think that's what I appreciate about you guys the most, and like you and Patrick especially, is like you guys just have that edge to you, like that clutch factor, and like a lot of people don't have that. So when you get the ball with 1:30, you need to go 80 yards and score. Like I'm feeling pretty good. But
we like the ball in Pat Mahomes' hands for sure.
We do.
Our defense has been saving our ass a lot this year. let alone our like field goal block team and our So it's been a full team effort this year.
After a tough play, Clark has already become central to the Fever's resurgence. Like Mahomes, her leadership isn't defined by volume or grand gestures, it's in the actions that make everyone around her better. Their influence doesn't stop with their teams, it extends across their respective sports. Mahomes transformed the Chiefs into perennial championship contenders, breathing new life into a fan base that had longed for success. Similarly, Clark's arrival in the WNBA has been nothing short.
Here's Clark, she fires, and it goes! She hits!
Oh my gosh, and I start running around. I mean, that's the kind of shot you dream of in the front yard.
Sort of revolutionary. The Clark effect has drawn new fans to the league, boosted attendance, and ignited a wave of excitement surrounding the Fever. This is evident not just in sold-out arenas, but in record-breaking viewership, social media buzz, and skyrocketing merchandise sales. What began as casual curiosity has turned into full-blown devotion to following the WNBA, thanks to Clark's star power. What's most striking is how both athletes inject a fresh wave of excitement into their sports. Mahomes' jaw-dropping highlights captivate football fans worldwide, while Clark's no-look passes, logo three-pointers, and buzzer beaters are drawing comparisons to the likes of Steph Curry and Larry Bird, mesmerizing basketball audiences. Their impact goes beyond stats or awards, it's in how they inspire the next generation of athletes, showing them that greatness has no limits. The real question now is, can Caitlin Clark sustain her meteoric rise?
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
And build a legacy on par with Mahomes? If her trajectory so far is any indication, the answer is a resounding yes. But what makes Clark stand apart from her peers, and how does her evolving role position her as a future icon of the WNBA? When Caitlin Clark joined the Indiana Fever, it wasn't just a personal milestone, it marked a turning point for the franchise. A team long overshadowed by struggles suddenly became a focal point for the league. Clark didn't just bring hope, she brought real, measurable change. From her very first game, it was clear Caitlin Clark was the missing piece the Indiana Fever had been searching for. Her ability to read the court, thread jaw-dropping passes, and hit clutch shots transformed the team's dynamic almost overnight. She wasn't just scoring points, she was creating plays, setting up her teammates, and injecting a new energy into the Fever's gameplay. Seasoned stars like Kelsey Mitchell found renewed vigor alongside her, while rising talents like Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull developed exciting on-court connections. Clark's impact went far beyond the stat sheet, she reignited the Fever's competitive edge. But her influence wasn't confined to the hardwood. Her presence.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time.
Turned home games into sold-out events, with attendance numbers breaking records. What was once a struggle to fill seats became a frenzy of fans eager to experience the Caitlin Clark effect. This wasn't just a Fever phenomenon, her electrifying performances boosted WNBA viewership nationwide. Clark wasn't just a rookie sensation, she was redefining what it means to be a star in women's basketball. The parallels between Clark's rise and Patrick Mahomes' transformative effect on the Kansas City Chiefs are undeniable. Just as Mahomes turned the Chiefs into perennial contenders, Clark has revitalized the Fever, bringing
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
hope to a franchise that had long sought its spark. Her combination of exceptional talent, magnetic leadership, and undeniable charisma has made her more than just a player. She's become the face of a new era for both the Fever and the league. The real question now is, how far can Clark take this momentum? Her rookie season has already set an incredibly high bar. The question is no longer whether she can meet expectations, but how much further she can exceed them. Can she lead the Fever to championship glory? Will her continued rise elevate the WNBA to unprecedented levels of popularity? If her debut season is any indication, Caitlin Clark isn't just a star for the Fever, she's on track to become one of the most transformative figures in women's basketball history. Caitlin Clark's journey from a young girl in Iowa cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs to becoming one of the most talked about athletes in women's sports is nothing short of remarkable. It's a story of passion, resilience, and relentless dedication, qualities she shares with her favorite NFL team and its star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. But this connection isn't just about fandom, it's about music.
As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, how long will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last?
They're gonna get married. You heard it here first.
Mutual respect forged through their shared pursuit of greatness. Clark's impact on the Fever is already profound. She's revitalized the franchise and drawn a wave of new fans to the WNBA, much like Mahomes reinvigorated the Chiefs and brought fresh energy to the NFL. Clark is poised to elevate the WNBA to new heights. Her leadership, dynamic skill set, and ability to captivate audiences hint at a legacy that's just beginning to take shape, a legacy that could redefine what it means to be a generational athlete. Whether you're a die-hard Chiefs fan or a passionate follower of the WNBA, Clark's journey is one to watch.